Hi, this is Ron Nutter, and welcome to another edition of Tech by Swift Ron Nutter. This time I'm going to show you how to get your lifx bulb talking to Mycroft, and that starts now. If you've been watching,
I'd have to say that a different way.
Mike has been having some issues today. You've noticed I tried to start the stream up several times, and Mr. M was having some challenges. I got to learn a different way to talk to it. So you know what I'm here to talk about today. I'm just going to say Mr. M so that we can get through some of this. I showed you in a previous video on the voice control system we're talking about and to how to get it up and running. And it's really very simple. You follow the prompts on screen. It's more of a process to download the image, burn the image to an SD card, micro SD card actually, and get it up and running. But once you've done that, you put the chip in,
studio.
and we're having some fun today, as you can tell. So really, getting the lifx bulb up and running was the easiest thing to do. So what I think my problem was earlier when I first tried to do the video was that I was uninstalling and installing the skill a lot within a very short period of time, and I think that it decided to give me an attitude. But anyway, when you've got things up and running, it's just a matter of It's just a matter of, I first go into the lifx app and we'll tap on that light. Okay, you can see by the reflection off the side that it is coming up. Okay, we've now got it turned off. And it's always good when you're setting up a new device to make sure that everything is up and running the way it should. So now it's just a matter of Mycroft, turn on studio light.
Turning studio on.
Hey, Mycroft, turn off studio light.
Turning studio off.
And really, it's that simple. Now, I show you in the show notes, which I will be fixing. The correct show notes are not up there, and that's my fault. That there's two ways to do it. You can either go to the portal page, and let's shift over here, and you can just click where it says remove now. You can click on at, and that will do the same thing. Or why go through the portal when you know the name of the skill, and you can uninstall and install skills by simply using your friend Mr. M. Mycroft, uninstall the lifx skill.
Multiple skills found. Which would you like, or lifx-mycroft?
Yes.
I didn't find any skill named yes.
Mycroft, remove the lifx skill.
No alarms have been set.
Hey, Mycroft, remove the lifx skill.
Multiple skills found. Which would you like, or lifx-mycroft?
Lifx-mycroft.
Cancelled.
Hey, Mycroft, uninstall lifx skill.
Confirming. Shall I remove lifx-mycroft by sampling?
Yes. And now is when you would start to see some activity on your Raspberry Pi, assuming you're using that form factor, while it's actually removing some of that information. You see, sometimes it's a little bit of a challenge. Of course,
lifx-mycroft has been removed.
Okay, so this is removed at this point. We're going to let it sit for a minute or two. But anytime, this is still, and I'm quoting the folks from Mycroft that said this is still considered beta at this point. So occasionally it's going to get, it may be a little quirky. Now, if we go back to, and let me shift over here.
While processing a request in skill installer skill.
And let's we will refresh the page. Well, actually, we'll refresh the page here. And you can see now the skill has been removed. So now what we can do is, we've had enough time here, we should be okay. It's Mycroft. Install the lifx skill.
Confirming. Shall I install lifx-mycroft by sampling?
Yes. Okay, and now the activity light on the Raspberry Pi is going pretty much full bore the way it should. But I wanted you to see some of the, there are going to be some challenges, but you know, part of it, the Raspberry Pi can only process so fast, and the platform is gorgeous.
lifx-mycroft is now installed and ready for use.
Okay, well, you see here, and also told you this through. So let's push our luck here. Hey, Mycroft, turn on Studio Light.
Turning Studio on.
That's the way technology should work. Hey, Mycroft, turn off Studio Light.
Turning off Studio.
So as I say, technology is great when it works, but you've seen, you know, how, and I say easy in air quotes. I mean, it was, in the grand scheme of things, fairly easy. I have had better luck with uninstalling and reinstalling the lifx skill using voice. Now, there may be a time when you don't want to have Mycroft directly controlling it, and here's why. You're going to see in some other videos to where I talk about Home Assistant.
I don't understand.
Where I talk about other things such as Home Assistant. And in that case, Home Assistant can talk those devices, so you only need to link Home Assistant and Mr. M together. And really, it's I think it's probably going to be that simple. I've been working with Home Assistant most of the day, got through some I won't say quirks with it, but there were some things that I wasn't quite clear on, and I'm going to probably reinstall it several times just to go through the process. But now you've got two different open source products, and they seem to work well together. But now you have your choice with Home Assistant to use either Amazon Echo, Google Assistant, or our new friend, Mr. M. So it's nice to have some choices. Now, you know, here in the, probably sometime in Q1 2019, you will see the hardware platform for the Mark II come out. There was an announcement that came out from the folks at Mycroft. Now, I was trying to have that not happen. Well, here, we'll temporarily unplug the mic. And
Please rephrase your request.
I won't rephrase the request because I just unplugged your mic. But things were where they wanted them to be. So they decided the best move was to delay the Mark II. And I respect that because they want it to be straight out of the park when it comes out. So that's where right now you can get to it with the Raspberry Pi. You can buy the Mark I's still available as far as I know. Mark IIs are a little more, well, kind of more on this form factor. Probably a little bit bigger than that, but that gives you kind of a rough idea. So there's a lot coming down the pike. Mycroft is got a lot of potential to it where it doesn't have the skills directly in tying it in with something like Home Assistant. Now you're kind of getting the best of both worlds because now they can concentrate on making Mycroft better and let somebody else handle some of the back end. Now, you may not have a lot of light, so it may not sense to make Home Assistant part of the process. But that's something that we'll be going through that path together. So anyway, if you've got some lifx bulbs, you've seen how easy it is to get Mycroft up and running, and it's very straightforward. The lifx skill is probably one of the easiest to put in. I've been working with some of the others, and there's some issues there, but I'm going to be working through this because some of it could be the way that you know I'm trying to get it up and running. Because with the challenge with open source, in some cases, is documentation is not always what you're used to having, and sometimes it's a matter of there's minor differences in one platform to another, so that can cause some of it. But anyway, enough of that. This is being recorded just a few days before Christmas. I hope to get at least one more video out. Thank you for taking the time to watch all these videos produced. They're going to be part of my Volume 2 book, which will be out probably, I don't know if it'll make it first quarter in 2019, but certainly after that. There's a lot of things coming down the pike. I'm working with some interesting smart home kitchen technology. You've already seen me do one piece, and I've got a something called Instapot with it. I'm running through the paces right now, and there's varying degrees of smart home integration, as we're all going to see. So enjoy time with your family over the holidays. Thank you for watching this channel. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and hit the notifications, so you should be getting at least some notifications when new videos are produced. I do have this available as a podcast. You can go to techbiteswithronnutter.com, and you can also, when you go to my website, you can click on the graphic on the right-hand side of the page and be able to listen to this podcast as an Alexa flash briefing. So thank you for your time, and we'll see you again soon.